kwenja cheno ebiri kwezi 16 kwezi kwa December omwaka onoka yahwako. And as we already told you that today morning from 9 to 10 we have special guests from Kitabu Integrated Development Association, that is KIDA in brief. And right now here we have the guests in the studios, and our topic is so interesting, elongation and changing community perspectives on attitudes on FGM, improving menstrual health of young girls or of a young girl. Today we have our special guests. We have Kiza Mary, is the head of programs at KIDA. We do have Nasi Adong, project officer, and then we have Mbabazi Janet, the chairperson, KIDA. And we have 1 hour here discussing issues concerning female gender, gender-based violence, and menstrual health. This topic or discussion is suitable for the girls or women. And remember, we are in the campaign to eliminate these bad behaviors amongst all that the viruses that are affecting our girl or a woman that is watching this Rwenzori TV. I will be speaking some good English for today morning, because that's what our guests are suitable with, speaking English from now up to 10 a.m. But I'll be making some translations for purposes of our viewer to know what we are talking about. Now allow my guests to say a good morning to you, and then we kickstart the topic discussion, because we have so many crucial issues that will be handled this morning from now up to 10 a.m. I will say good morning, my guests, and thank you for coming here. I'll start with Madam Kiza to say hi to our people. Then we go to Nasi, then to Mbabazi, before we open up the discussion. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Kiza Mary. I head programs at the Kitabu Integrated Development Association. I'm a feminist. I love young girls.
Thank you for coming. Yes, Madam Nasi.
Good morning. I'm called Nancy Adong. I'm the programs coordinator, KIDA. Thank you for listening.
And to Mbabazi.
Yes, dear listener, I'm Mbabazi Janet from KIDA. I love my district, Kasese district.
These are our guests this morning, and they are so loving to Ugandans and girls especially. Briefly, what is KIDA? If I can pose that question to you, Madam Kiza Mary.
Kitabu Integrated Development Association is a community-based organization, non-partisan. We work, majorly our focus area, we started in 2012. We work on body and health rights of young girls, women economic empowerment, water and sanitation, and environmental conservation. Those are our 4 focus areas.
And do you work specifically in Kitabu sub-county, or you cross-cut?
Our head offices are in Kitabu Nyondo, but like this project, to have moved the further ahead, we are covering Nyangabu and also Kamwenge.
Okay. So in Kasese, you are in Kitabu sub-county?
Yes, we are in Kitabu sub-county, even here, because we have also other projects which are running within town. So we work in Kasese district, though our head offices are in Nyondo.
What is the project that you're talking about? Is it FGM or now? Tell us about female genital issues.
As we have said, we are the Kitabu. We have been funded by the African Women's Development Fund, AWDF. we are trying to change community perceptions based on what children go through. These are young girls.
Yes.
We are trying to see the violence girls go through, the child abuse, the stigmatization, the mental, because what we are talking about is actually a prolonged process of torture and pain. We are talking about the mental and also the sexual health concerns caused by the labia minora elongations. As we go ahead, we shall explain what it means, LME, and then we are also trying to change the community perceptions that these cultural practices girls are doing, they're actually of non-importance, but they are trying to initiate girls when they are still young into womanhood, and they end up going into marriage, child marriage, teenage pregnancies. We are saying we are ending all forms of female genital modifications. When I say female genital modification, I mean any practice that intentionally injures or harms the female genital without any medical reason. You're not sick, you're doing it specifically for your own reason. So we are seeing the dangers that may come out of such practices.
What are those forms of those
female genital modifications?
Exactly.
Yeah, there are so many. We have female genital mutilation. They have been talking about it. I think we are succeeding with ending the mutilation, the cutting. We have also the labia minora elongation, pulling. Many people call it pulling here. We usually know pulling the labias, stretching all the labias. Yes. And as we have been moving in schools, we find there are also other types. People pull the clitoris. They put pins, ear pins. We are seeing other dangers. These are the girls who have been telling us. Actually, for us, we went with labia pulling, but we found out that there are also other forms of genital modifications that are actually harmful to these young girls.
I want you to go deeper and tell us those dangers. Maybe first of all, what forces the ladies to do such practices?
We are in.
Do they come with benefits to the girls? Do they create some fertility? Do they create attractions to men? And why do they do such
according to
bad
them,
behaviors and practices?
This is a culture sensitive issue. We shall work with it the way it is, but you have to see the dangers. According to them, there is a myth behind the sengazi, what they usually tell these young girls. But what you tell them, actually, it is not what they know. They know the exact reasons. We want to break the myth. We want to make girls get to learn that actually what they are telling them is a lie. When we are moving in schools, we ask them, what did they tell you that when you pull you get? And someone said, when you pull, we are trying to break the myth that it is actually lying.
Okay.
That when you pull, you don't get HIV. It is similar as circumcision. You see how our girls are going that way? They will go far. They know they cannot get what? HIV. And now we are seeing high spread rates of HIV among the young children. I'm not the one who has created that. Actually, we have videos with children. That's what they tell them. That when you pull, you don't get infections, because those labias are put there long. They act as gates. That they cover you up, you don't get infections. That when you pull, you don't feel birth pain. Yes, that one we have moved with our doctors. We have really confirmed that birth pain is no. It must come whether you have pulled, whether you have not pulled. Another thing, there are so many things, but we are trying to see that you can't also get raped.
Because you're always ready?
Yes. And we are seeing so many There is a video that circulated last year. We will play it for P.C. Mutuzo. By that time, she was the Minister of Gender. She said, what is the use of initiating these young girls without consent? You know, the practice actually starts from 8 years to and above. It is actually, you have asked me what causes. It is peer pressure. Yeah, they work towards, like, their peers influence them to do such practices. So when they practice them, they are saying, we are preparing you for marriage. And a girl will grow up knowing from the young age, I'm preparing for myself for a man, which is always wrong. These are the girls who are sent to school to get empowered. When you ask them, girls, what do you want to be in the future? Minister, doctor, lawyer. So we cannot see these girls achieving their dreams when they are actually, the back pressure is telling them that the only thing you have to do is to prepare yourself for a man. And in that process, they will get engaged. That's why we are seeing high teenage pregnancies. Kasese have been in 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. We have seen so many girls getting pregnant at a young age and the teenage pregnancies. We are saying this factor of initiating girls into womanhood at a young age is also contributing to those high rates of gender-based violence, of teenage pregnancies and child marriage.
So now how will that young girl benefit from this initiative KIDA is implementing? How are you going to reach them?
We have already started. We are moving in schools. We are encouraging girls to have open conversations. We are having safe talking spaces for them. We reach to them, we talk to them, they give us feedback, we also give them feedback. As in, you talk one-to-one, and you see, like, parents think that we know much, but those girls know so much. You write them that this, they will go on internet and find it out more. You tell them that this is for birth pain, but for them, they will go on internet and find more. So we are working with several stakeholders. We are working with school heads, senior women, matrons. We are trying to expand our advocacy. We want to tell the young girls that they are actually sent to school to get empowered, not to be initiated into women. It is for men's pleasure. It is a prolonged process. People go through it for like until you're very old. Imagine a young girl going through that.
But by numbers, how many schools have you so far visited? And how many are benefiting from this program or project?
So far in Kasese, we have covered around 18 to 20 schools, because the project is a 2-year project.
And when is it ending?
It is going to end in 2026. Yeah.
Okay.
So in Nyangabu, we have already covered also some schools, around 14. We have also moved to Kamwenge, there are around 20 schools. So we are still moving, want to walk that talk.
Could you mention like 5 schools in Kasese that so far have been visited?
We have visited Beach Memorial, Kahocha, we have visited the Excel Preparatory, Brighty, we have reached Kasese Primary, we have reached Base Camp. The line is so long, so if I'm to come with my list, I can do that. That
is Kiza Mary, the head of programs at KIDA, trying to elaborate issues about the female genital issues. And right now, allow me bring in Janet Mbambu, the chairperson KIDA, to take us through gender-based violence in as far as KIDA is concerned. What are you doing to fight this gender-based violence? Because in Kasese, 34% of the women or girls, they are facing or they are passing through a gender-based violence.
Yes. Good morning, dear listener. I am Bambu Janet Mbavas, like you've heard from the moderator. Yes, like my fellow has talked about these things that are happening in the area that we Others we've heard about them, others we've not heard about them. But we as Kitabu Integrated, we have come campaigning that we should befriend our girls, these girls that are going to school. Let us befriend them, let us know what they are going through for us to end the gender-based violence. Because if you have befriended them, if you know what they are going through, if you're talking to them and know what they're going through in schools, anywhere they go to, you will end up knowing what to do and how to fight the problem. Otherwise, we are going to lose MPs, we are going to lose, presidents of tomorrow, we are going to lose teachers, we are going to lose doctors. So let us fight so hard, let us join hands with KIDA and other organizations, even the government itself is fighting it.
I know as KIDA you're making interventions on ground. What do you find on ground? What are the causes of this, I'll call it a cancer in Kasese, because most girls and females are going through gender-based violence. What are the causes of this violence, gender-based?
One problem that I know is poverty.
Poverty.
Yes. Number two is...
How is poverty causing domestic violence to the region or in the region?
Especially women. Now, for example, we have a problem of a girl, like my friend is going to take you through menstrual health. You'll find, for example, a girl wants pads. Some parents, some male parents have taken it to be an issue of women. Now, a girl will find either a boyfriend or a sugar daddy who will provide them. And at the end of the day, this girl will either get early pregnancies or end up getting married and drop out of school. That is one way. That is one way poverty is affecting gender-based violence. Then number two is lack of communication. Some things we have failed to communicate. We fail to befriend our children. We fail to befriend our females around, and you will not know what someone is going through. Still, I will bring it to this direction. A girl will be facing things like men or sugar daddies calling her on the way, and will fail to communicate because you fail to befriend this girl, and this can lead to early marriages and drop out of school.
I know Kasese we have gender-based violence, yes, and it comes with a number of forms. We have sexual, we have physical, psychological, and economical. What is that amongst the four forms of violences? What is the most rampant in Kasese, and why is it rampant in Kasese?
The economical, we think it is very rampant.
Economical?
Yes. A man will come, the way she has said, there has not left any food, any what, then he will come to make sure I want to eat in this home. And you know what they will be fighting, we are sleeping in single rooms, and the kids are truly listening to you. You're fighting, you're beating the wife, they sometimes even come in to help. And look at that image when that girl now goes back to where? To home, to school. Will that kid really study the background she has left at home? As she has said, it is parents now. We need to talk to
the parent.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mbabazi, as you finalize, what is KIDA doing in order to fight or to eliminate GBV?
Like we've been running campaigns in schools, in hospitals. We've met health workers. We've met some teachers. We've met. We are even on TV still campaigning the same thing. Let us befriend our girls, especially to make sure we heal the world and save it.
Okay. We thank you so much, Mbabazi. I think now we can cross to Nasi to talk about menstrual health. Give us the picture how menstrual health is affecting the girl child.
Okay, thank you very much. Once again, I'm called Nancy from KIDA. I'm going to discuss about menstrual health. So as KIDA, we're doing a campaign. We're empowering these girls to love themselves, to appreciate the fact that they are women. Yes. So, like, we have moved, just like my colleague said, we have moved around schools, teaching girls. We have met teachers. We have met parents in the communities. Yes, talking about the same thing. So, okay, my colleague said that, like, the community has perceived menstruation as a woman thing. But today, we are here teaching that we can stand as one, like parents, both females and males, we can all take part in supporting our girls during menstruation. And how? Okay, by not perceiving it just like as a girl thing or women thing, like when these girls are in their menstruation, the young girls that we have met, we have found out that sometimes, like, some of them are almost at that age of menstruation, or some of them have started, but they totally don't have any information about what menstruation is, what to use, how to take care of themselves during menstruation. And who has the information? It's us, the elders, the parents, the fathers, the brothers. We all have this information, but since we have left it, like, to them to handle it as them, they get affected. It affects them. So, like, as parents, as a father out there, as a mother, these girls need our support. They need to learn this information. When we go to schools, we speak to teachers, we speak to senior women teachers, because for us, we just come to teach the community, the schools about this. But the people who spend most of the time with these girls, with these children, are the teachers. They are either at home or at school, are the teachers and the parents. So all the support they need, they get it from school or home. And which support am I talking about? When they are in their menstruation, these girls need sanitary towels, and those are the pads. And where do they get them from? It is from the parents. When they are at school and something happens, you know, sometimes, like, these things happen when you're not prepared. Yes. So when they're at school, what are we telling them? That when such a thing happens when you're at school, where do you run to? So, like, we encourage them to always have someone to talk to be open, not to shy away. You know, like, menstruation is not a shame, because it's something normal which happens to all females. That's what we're teaching them. So they have to embrace it, to love it, and to handle it as, like, something very normal which happens to everyone. So we teach them, even if it happens at school, you don't have to keep quiet and get all messed up. You can contact a senior woman teacher, you can contact any of the teachers. Yes, and you get help. When it's at home, even if the girls who have talked to, most of them, they tell us, we ask them, like, where do you run to get help? Like 90% of them say to the mothers. So, like, mother, thank you very much. You're doing a big role. Yes, helping our girls. But also the fathers have a role, and the brothers. So we ask them, but if, like, your mother is not around, your grandmother, whom do you talk to? So some of them are like, it's not easy to talk to the fathers. They feel like it is shame. So also when we're moving out there, like, teaching our communities, we talk to men and tell them, like, these children are our children. Yes, both the mother and you, the father, has a role. So we are looking at a place whereby one day, like, a girl can freely walk to her father and ask him, Daddy, this and this has happened. I'm in my menstruation. I need pads. And we're also teaching them how to actually use these pads, how to, like, put on a pad. We're teaching the men. So the mother may not be there and the girl needs help. She doesn't have to run to a neighbor or to someone, because remember, these children are our children. So sometimes the information they get out there is wrong information. When you're actually at home with them in the same house and you can't help. So we're teaching also the fathers that this is a pad, it's something normal. This is a panty. The truth is, we wear them and we use these pads. If a girl walks to you and she's like, Daddy, how do I go around with this? How do I use this pad? Like, we want them to be able to illustrate it to the girls that you do this and this, and in a normal way. So all that comes like when we have tried to create this friendship with our girls, like that environment whereby we openly talk to them and they talk to us. So if you can't provide for them, they'll run out there. We don't know where they're getting the money to buy these sanitary towels. Yes, you can be there like you're less concerned. You are a man. Sometimes like the women we have at home, most of them are maybe just peasants, housewives, they don't have the money. It is us, the fathers, who have the money. So like at least we should try to put it in our budgets. As you buy like household things, pads should be among them. As long as you have women in the house, because it's something that happens monthly. So you find when you're not providing, today the girl is running maybe to a shopkeeper to get it on credit. Tomorrow she's running to beg and she's getting it freely, or to these border riders or chapati makers, like someone they can easily go to. You find that at the end of the day, these people can take advantage of them. You find that a girl conceives, and where does it all come from? From just a simple thing, which is a pad, which you fail to provide, you know. We have a scenario, like I have a scenario, someone illustrated one of the girls out there. She was at home, like she had lost her parents, she was staying with relatives, and because of not being open, and because of not having that good relationship, every time she would have her periods, there is this shopkeeper who was a friend to her, she would always run to, who would give her pads. So like it kept happening. At the end of the day, remember this was a young girl, and the man was old, way old, even almost like to be her father. At the end of the day, he ended up like befriending her, used her up, and that was the end of her life. She got pregnant. So when she got pregnant, she had to drop out of school, which was a very bad scenario. So most times, like when the community looks at these girls, they just look at them like as someone who has wasted herself, but we don't really we don't try to dig deep to find a cause, that what really happened, what pushed her there. So we find that something we look at as a small thing, as a pad, also can cause that. So another thing, like when we're moving to school, we're teaching these girls about menstrual health. Like how do you handle yourself when you're in menstruation? They have very many questions about that. So like we teach them like you have to keep clean by bathing. We encourage schools to provide for these girls washrooms, at least where a girl can comfortably change and clean herself. And also, as KIDA, we're supplying reusable sanitary pads, and we're supplying them to schools, to the senior women teachers, to the matrons, so that when these girls are in their periods, they can get them free of charge from their teachers. We also give the girls, and we haven't done it now, but we're planning to train them to make these pads by themselves, which will make it affordable and make their lives easy. So we're doing all this to reduce the rate of dropouts because of menstruation. You find that a girl can go through her menstruation maybe like every month, 3 days. So we don't want these girls to miss school. And actually when that thing happens and a girl doesn't have a pad, she doesn't have how to take care of herself. Some of them pretend and say, we are sick, I'm not going to school. But when you dig down, it's just because she can't take care of herself, or she's fearing to mess up herself when she's at school, and she decides to stay at home. So we're teaching them about all that, and also answering their questions about the worries, the problems they've encountered during their menstruation. You find that some of these girls are wrongly informed. Like a girl comes and tells you that I was told. They ask us questions that, what do I do like when I have pain during menstruation? So we first give it to them, and we're like, to those who have already gone through their menstruation, that according to you, how do you go around it? How do you go about it? Those who are old of age. So you will find a girl tells you that, oh, for me I was told that when you have sex, when you're in menstruation, when you have that pain, the pain will stop. So we are there, like giving them the right information that that's actually wrong. Some of them are wrongly informed.
Yeah.
that is not true, because today we have even women who are married and they still have that pain, meaning like what they are informed is not true about menstruation. So like we answer those questions, we give them solutions, we give them what to do. Yes, so we do all that.
Okay, thank you, Nancy, for this wonderful submission about we are ending a female genital modification, yeah, and we'll have a KIDA, External Integrated Development Association, with the guests speaking about the root causes, how we can overcome these causes. We want to have a good Kasese, a good Rwenzori that will have beautiful girls without bad practices and behaviors. I think, Mbabas, you have something to add on before we take a break, because we have a video to play showing the same issues about ending genital modification amongst girls and women in Kasese, Rwenzori at large. Yeah.
Yes, dear listener, I just have a beautiful word for our girls and women. You are so valuable and beautiful the way God made you. You are so adorable and beautiful. Just leave your body.
It's a very good, adorable.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Just leave yourselves. God made a beautiful woman in you.
All right. Okay, okay. Do you have something to add before we take a break about what Nancy has just put down before take a break?
Nancy has said it all. We're encouraging schools, let you have those menstrual facilities, let girls feel free. Though she has said, let you put on washrooms and change rooms. And those washrooms and change rooms should also favor the disabled. Do not make a washroom where you have to use stairs to go. Just make a washroom where even a wheelchair would drive so well to the washroom, such that girls can change easily. We have seen countries with the pad dispensers. You put your card, you get pads. We are also encouraging such initiatives to happen also in our country, such that girls can menstruate with dignity. No fear, no what. If you want to change, I have my washroom there. I can go and change where there is no urine, there is no what. And girls have a good menstrual period.
We have 21 minutes to 10 a.m. We have KIDA. The guest we have the head of programs at KIDA, that is Maria, and we have the chairperson KIDA, Mbabazi Janet, and project coordinator, that is Nancy Donk, with us this morning. Allow us to take a break. We have a video to play speaking about the same issue, ending the female genital modification. This is Rwenzori TV.
Cynthia, who for privacy does not wish to use her real name, was 12 years old when a senior female teacher announced that girls at her school, over 100, would undergo genital stretching. Under pressure from the girls' parents, the school arranged for older women to instruct the girls on how to stretch their labia and to use traditional herbs to make it permanent.
It was painful. It wasn't really something pleasant for me as a person. Because at that time, you're something like 12 years, 11 years, you're not sexually active. So why are you doing this thing? Honestly, why are you doing this so-called pulling, whatever people call it? I didn't know why. But because we're many, some days they would say, get a partner. Yeah, get a partner, you do it to each other.
Labia stretching is a pre-marriage tradition in southeastern Africa among Bantu-speaking tribes who believe it gives greater sexual pleasure to both men and women. But Uganda's Minister for Culture and Gender, Peace Mutuzo, sparked controversy this month by calling labia stretching a type of female genital mutilation. She says while FGM that involves cutting or circumcision does much greater physical damage, labia stretching should not be forced on girls.
Children between 8 to 12 are being sensitized, initiated, and the practice takes effect from that time. These are basically babies who we have taken to schools for empowerment, for purposes of full growth, to actualize their potential.
For the last 20 years, Hamida Namatovu has been showing girls and women how to stretch their labia. She defends the cultural practice, claiming, unlike FGM, labia stretching has no negative effects, only positive ones.
Once you do it and you have a marriage partner, that's the only thing that will show him that you are ready.
But doctors dismiss the claims and say, just like FGM, labia stretching is more about pleasing men than women.
Much as it is claimed that pulling can ease birth pain or even make a woman warmer, there is no scientific evidence in this. But what is true is that pulling can actually make the men involved sexually with the women happier with their sexual act.
Nonetheless, labia stretching practitioners are demanding that Minister Mtuzo apologize for undermining their tradition. But she dismisses the call, saying she will continue to speak for the voiceless and discourage the practice until girls reach the age of consent. Halima Athmani for VOA News, Kampala.
That is a story about the female genital modification. I think Kiza Mary spoke about it, about that story that has been just aired on your screen. Good morning. We have only 17 minutes to 10 a.m. this morning. We have our guests from KIDA, and they are spearheading a campaign ending female genital modification. And my guests are Kiza Maria or Kiza Mary, the head of programs at KIDA. We do have Janet Mbabazi, the chairperson KIDA, and we have Nasi Adong, is the project coordinator. We are ending female genital modification. Back to my guest, I think cross over to Nasi. Brief about gender-based violence, how it can cause school dropouts in school amongst girls.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to speak to the parents out there. Our children are in holidays and we have them at home. So we want to encourage you that let's try to be open with these children, with these girls. Let's try to befriend them. Yes, today as KIDA, we have been moving around with a movement, like we're empowering these girls. So we're moving around with a slogan that my body is my choice. Right. That even a girl has a choice to make. It's not just about us, the parents. So what are parents doing out there? Today, most of us are looking at these girls as a source of income, which shouldn't be the case. If you don't have school fees, the next thing in their mind is like, I can marry her off, I get my dowry, and that is the end of it. Like, these girls have a bright future. We want doctors, we want nurses out there. We want to see a bright future, a good generation, you know, and it's all in these young girls. So we have to struggle and work hard for them to try to pay school fees. If you don't have school fees, the next thing is not just marriage. You can at least try to take these girls for vocational trainings. There are people out there who can equip them with skills, with handwork, which will help them also to be what? To be better housewives. Not just, there should be a difference between a girl who has gone to school and that who is just at home. They can learn other skills. They can go for hairdressing, they can go for tailoring. Like, there are very many things out there, not just marriage. So let's try very hard to protect our girls. Girls are not a source of income. We can get from them through another way, not through marriage. And when you push these girls to go for marriage when it's still early, they can end up being violated when they reach out there. Remember, they are not old enough, they are not informed enough. So let's really try to protect our girls' parents.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. Now, we have 4 minutes to wind up. I'd like to pick your great advices to the young ladies or young girls watching you. I'll start with, let me start with Janet Mbabazi to use her 1.5 minutes to give us a word of wisdom and a word of hope for the girls.
Yes, dear parents, like my friend said, we are in holidays with our children. Let us love them. Let us be with them. Let us listen to them and let us listen to their problems. And whatever they go through, and we shall get to heal the world. We shall know what they are going through, and they shall know what is happening around the world. Let us tell them mostly they are valuable and so beautiful the way they were created by God.
Okay. I thank you, Janet Mbabazi. And now to Nasi for her last remarks, and especially a word of hope, a word of wisdom to the girls. I think you have something to exhibit. Is it a reusable sort of pad?
So when we move, these are the pads that we're supplying as KIDA. Yes, this is a reusable sanitary towel
Let me read
or
this
sanitary pad.
on this it is KIDA pads.
So this is how it looks like. Yes, this is how a pad looks. This is how a pad looks like.
And who did this one? Who made it anyway?
We are the ones.
This is from KIDA.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we have people out there who are making
Is it not so small?
It is not so small.
Can it carve it well?
We have different sizes.
We have different sizes. There are actually people who over-menstruate and those who don't over-menstruate.
Yeah.
So they would like actually something small, not so burning. Also have heavy-duty reusable sanitary pads.
Heavy duty, what do you mean?
Yes. It is absorbent. It absorbs blood for like, if your flow is too big, you can have that pad.
All right.
Yes, so we have them in different sizes. Yes, but this is how it looks like. This upper part is soft and behind. So in there we have a Kapolsen paper, which it doesn't allow the blood to pass through.
All right.
So this is how it looks like. It is just like the pads in the shop. The difference is the other one has some gum that you gum to the panty. Ours has a button. So you just put it on your panty and you close the button. So this is what we're supplying to schools, to the girls. They are reusable. So after use, you wash it, sun dry. If you can iron, that is okay, and keep it very well.
Okay.
So it comes with this small pack for the girls who are school going, for the women who work. Like just in case you need to change, you can pick this one that you've used, fold it well. Yes, you fold it very well. And you can keep it in the Polsen bag.
Okay.
Safely. After doing this, you can either keep it in your pocket, you can keep it in your bag. When you remove this, you pick another one, use it, and as you keep this. So when you get home, you wash your pad, sun dry it, and iron, and prepare it for that.
How much is this pad?
We are not selling pads.
Ours are not for sale.
Okay.
We are helping out girls. But if you check on is it how many pads are always in Afri pads? It's always around 10,000. Because they are for long use them for around 6 to even a year.
Oh,
when you're still using them. Wash, dry, you can even iron if you can manage.
So are you giving them to the school going girls for free?
Yeah, we have given some and we are still in the workshop. They take so much time. We are making such that next year we revamp with the supply to those who cannot manage buying our usual pads.
Okay, it's a very good thing, very good initiative. Your last word is Mercy and Nasi.
Okay.
In 10 seconds, and as we wind up.
My encouragement to girls is that menstruation is normal. You don't have to fear. And in case you face any challenge, we are out there, we are parents, you have mothers. Let's try to be open to them.
Right.
We love you girls, we love you so much, and we want a bright future for you. We don't want to see you dropping out of school. Yes, as KIDA, we also have our helplines, we have our counselors, so we have our helpline numbers. So in case you're facing
what are
any
those
challenge,
numbers?
I'm going to give them out.
The programs officer is going to read them out. Yes, we have our helpline numbers. In case you're violated, you're facing anything, you can contact us as KIDA for help. Yes, so we are there for you.
Thank you so much, Nancy. And now we sum it up with Kiza Maria. We've been talking about female genital and gender-based menstrual health. Let you sum it up, then we make it a morning. Yeah.
As she has said, you're beautiful, adorable, valuable, just the way you are. When I say my body, I know girls there who have been with, they say my choice. Your body is yours alone, and you have the right to make choices over it. Labia minora elongation, female genital modifications, they are harmful and unnecessary. You seek support when in need. Please don't die. Depression kills. If you have any problem, if you're facing child marriage, if you're facing any, just speak to someone. Depression kills.
Right.
We are opening up spaces for these girls to open up.
Give us the telephone numbers, the toll free, and
we have our
I can see another one here.
yes.
Yeah.
It is 039 32 56 840, or you can reach us on 0778 328 238.
Thank you so much. Those have been my guests this morning. Kitabo Integrated Development Association. They are based in Kitabo sub-county, but operating in Kasese, Bunyangabo, and Kamwenge. My guests were Kiza Mary, is the head of programs at KIDA. We had Mrs. Mbabazi Janeti, the chairperson KIDA, and then Nancy Adong is the project coordinator for KIDA. And the campaign they're spearheading is ending the female genital modifications amongst girls, especially those who are going to school-going children, girls and female. I thank you so much. Thank you for coming through. And I guess this formation will help our girl child to become better and be a good leader in the future. You know, these issues I've been getting them, hearing about them, but I didn't know about them. The pulling. But thank you for coming through and making this sensation. And I wish you the best as KIDA. We look forward to work with you next time, because we are here to make sure we sensitize good information, reaching out to people, and making sure that the population, the public, is well equipped with information about gender-based violence and other forms of sexual violations and so much more. My name is Goodluck Zao, and we had KIDA on board for 1 hour talk show. And time check, we have a few minutes to 10. And at 10 a.m., we have Ochkozirota by Lady Kitara Tumusime Inidi. She's back on your screen. Don't go away. Ngare Goodluck Zao, nave KIDA. Even though from makani mwa Rwengereza, but issues eshe makanibwa sekenda rabatende kwa abo aba otemyaka ekani kwa kisomo inamusoma, and tulianza bakenge byose beto makanya without nibiri kwashia munga to rukonzo rwanda ke munga to RR. We used English throughout to make sure that our girls benefit kwa myanzi yetu makanya yose yi enja cheno ekiru kya munubire bakare kitabu mu bukonzo kaunde east neba nabakuno neba na abahanwe kasese, but tulianza eri hicho mukanya ono kwa the targeted audience baba na school, especially the girls abakakora emyanzi eringiyi eyere kura ebindu byabwe ebyo and other things. Mulekendeka enusira ya hano ngali Goodluck Zao Bwambale hawa kayingo n'obusinga bwetu.